What's guys, and welcome back to Anno 117 Pax Romana. That's right, baby, we are officially back. So we first played this game back in May. It was really early access, early version of the game. You guys loved it, and now today we're back because a brand new demo just dropped. Now the best part is it's completely free. So it's out right now through September 16th on Steam and Ubisoft Connect. So if you want to check out the game and play it before it releases in November, you can click that top link down in the description. Maybe give it a little wish list and a pre-order while you're there. But yeah, very excited to check this out because we've got a brand new region we're going to be taking on today, and it looks a lot different than what we played in May. So welcome to Albion, shrouded in terrific legend. Albion awaits, ruling these unruly isles. Their hostile marshes is a challenge worthy of any governor.
Welcome, Governor. By decree of the Emperor, you've been sent to Albion, the Empire's northernmost frontier, a land of mist, myth, and mud. Far from the marble streets of the Roman Empire, you'll find a world unlike any you've known. The locals wear trousers instead of togas, drink beer instead of wine, and prefer their aldermen to you, a Roman governor.
A hardened people up here in the north.
This mysterious place holds great promise. You will always be a Roman, so you can either govern like one or be a sympathetic leader. But a leader you must be. You can drain the marshes, lay down stone roads, and bring a touch of Roman comfort to these distant shores. Or you can embrace the local ways with bardic halls and mysterious deities.
Interesting.
The land may be unfamiliar, of some the people unyielding, but the legacy you built here could echo through the Empire.
So we've got a big choice here.
Welcome to Albion. Your story begins here.
You've always got a choice, of course, but like we can either really bring the Roman technology and things over, or maybe kind of embrace the local tradition. Oh my goodness, dude. Just carved out of the mountainside. This is going to be
vital to the continued growth of our city.
Definitely a very unforgiving land. Okay, so we're going to start with some timber for sure. Very excited for this. Thank you guys for being here. Huge thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring. Very excited for this game in general. November can't come soon enough.
Station the woodcutter in a forest near our trading post.
It's one of the top games I'm looking forward to this year, and it's my first ever Anno game that I've played, so I'm just excited to get into it. So I'm going to set up, definitely have a nice forest over here. Got a little logging camp out here, beautiful. And then we're going to have to put a sawmill in between that.
Should be situated between trading post
and the trading post. Let's actually set up a road here first, I think. Okay, so we're going to have a road maybe here. Bring it out around this way. I know that obviously the grid system is a little bit better, but I like the idea of having roads that aren't perfect. Maybe something like that. There we go. Okay, so we've got that connected to the trade post, and then we've got to get a sawmill in there for sure to be able to take care of that wood. So I'm going to say maybe sawmill right here. So we should be getting timber from this, our raw resource, bringing it down in this cart, and then we're going to be able to produce wood that we need through that raw resource there, right here at the foot of this mountain. My goodness, dude. Yeah, there were definitely a lot more, natural resources and things available. Looks like we've got one freshwater lake, not really any beaches or anything to do any fishing. These are the marshes they were talking about. Oh, we've got wild horses out here. A very unforgiving land. Just so treacherous, dude. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is out here. Can't really do much with it, but it's beautiful for sure. All right, so we've got some wood cooking here. Looks like we've got some people getting off, can start doing some trading and things. We're just going to build a road off of here, and this is going to be kind of the start of our downtown area, I guess. We can start setting up some residences. We've also got warehouses that accepts and distributes goods to and from your production buildings. So we probably could build a warehouse maybe right here. Beautiful. Start to get a little industry happening over there. I want to go pretty quick here. So if you look up at the top right, we've got 52 minutes left. The demo, you could play in hour segments. So we've got to be on it here. You can keep replaying as many times as you want, but obviously they don't want you, fully building an entire village ahead of time. You got to save some stuff for the full release, you know what I mean? So we'll set up some more residences here. I think they wanted 10, right? So we'll do 5 on each row maybe. Beautiful, there we go. Bring these around, bring that there. We have this come around and then have this come back this way. That'd be kind of interesting. There we go. All right, so a little neighborhood, nothing crazy, but she's our own. Okay, new foods have been unlocked. We've got cockles. Sweet, delicate taste of the humble cockle is enough to bring anyone out of their shell. That's going to give us population as well as happiness. We've also got eels, thick-bodied and more nourishing than cockles. Eels are worth more to the Roman who doesn't mind a bit of gristle. Interesting. So that's money or happiness. What do we like? I'm going to go with money, baby. So we need an eel grabber fishery. It's going to cost us 2 wood. We need to put it in a marshland, so we're going to put it out over here. Interesting. So we're going to be able to start taking advantage of these marshlands. I'm going to put this guy like right here. Beautiful. And then we're going to want to put some sort of a road to it for sure. Oh, you've got a little walkway and then it turns into a road. There you go. Beautiful. So we've got a little road out to the eel set up here, a little eel grabber. All right, we're going to be able to start getting food in here. We could probably do a few of these. I'm going to do at least 3, and then we can bring this guy across. I also think we are going to need a warehouse within range. So let's grab a warehouse. And if we put that just at the edge of this, look at this, a fishing village just taking advantage of this disgusting swampland, and we're going to be able to turn it into our own. So we're currently at 21%. We just got to wait for this stuff to work. I'm imagining 3 of those are probably going to be okay. We'll see. It sounds like we've got...
Where would souls want guiding?
A waiter trudges by, straining under a heavy basket of eels. He looks wearily at your Roman clothes, uncertain at the sight of a toga, just as you are at the sight of his pants. Despite his burden, he never stops and hails you as his governor. How do you respond to him? Seize his goods, buy a supply, or wish him well? I'm going to buy a supply.
It's your song, Lord of the Fenland.
We're going to be this Roman god that comes in here, and they just can't believe their luck that we're their leader. So beautiful. We got some rewards.
Oh,
Paid some money.
That's what I like to see.
Earning the trust of the people here. That's exactly what we need, especially in a location as hard as this. Dude, this is amazing. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to take advantage of all the livestock out here. There's lots of horses. There's like cows and things over here. Looks like wild deer. Technically, we could set up a cockerel set up here. I don't see why we wouldn't. So let's just get this thing cooking as well.
Times were hard.
I don't think we're
Perhaps
ever
no
going to be
longer.
upset about that. And that should already be within range of this warehouse over here. So we're going to have a multifaceted food production happening here. We're at 80%. We just got to wait for more to come in. We got to start making some money, but we got to worry about feeding the people first. If we get 10 more waiters, we're going to be able to get a market and a bard's hearth. So I'm going to say, let's just go ahead and run that. Let's just keep moving forward. Let's build some more residences here. 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to build 5 more. After that, if we have enough wood, which we should, beautiful, then we can get some roads going again. So we've got the houses that we need there. We just need the population to increase, which it looks like we're increasing our food production, and we're going to be able to get that up to 20 eventually. I think more people will come in here. So this is exciting. This is going well. Do we potentially want to maybe do some more food out here? Maybe do 1 more. We'll have 5 of these things. So yeah, we've got a very bustling city here. We just need to have some things to do in said city. So we've got public services. We've got a market. Is it just there to feed and swap horses? It's the only place for miles around. We've also got a bard's hearth, a place of fireside community where songs, stories, and news are shared at the governor's expense. So that's going to keep people happy. I just love this, man. Look at this. We've taken this just hardened rock and carved a little piece of humanity inside of it. But think about how eventually we would be able to get, you know, a sprawling city with marble and limestone and everything else kind of moving up the side of this mountain. You see it change from this barren wasteland to a thriving community. Definitely very, very cool. So we need 1 more piece of wood, and we're going to be able to build
Services
this.
should be erected close to residences in order to meet people's needs.
Beautiful. I'm going to put it right there. That looks good to me. So let's get to work on this. And we could put a bar on the other corner, and we're going to make sure that all roads lead to said bar. So we're going to bring this around here. Bring this around here. You're never too far away. 250 coin and 5 wood. We're going to be able to construct that. And I don't think we're going to have to wait on more wood for this. But look at this here. Happiness went up to 20. That's good. Got a little market for people to hang out at. This is going to be basically like a little bar area. I want to demolish this road here. I want to move this. I want to have the open part towards the water. I feel like that would make more sense. Perfect. And then we can... I didn't realize that was a square. We didn't have to delete the road, but yeah. As soon as we get 5 wood, we're going to be able to construct this bad boy. We need 3 more. A lot has happened in 20 minutes. My goodness, dude. You really are on a shot clock. Like, I'm stressed out. I want to try to get as far as we can, but just to think about, like, this is a 20-minute town. Imagine what a 20-hour, 100-hour town looks like. Like that. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait for this series. It also looks like we have Reed Shoes Fashion, as well as tunics. I do think we need some sort of a tunic. We need hemp farm plus a spinner. And then this is going to take a reed gatherer plus a shoe weaver. So I'd say we put farming. I mean, we might want to move that wood cutting over here eventually. That would make a little bit more sense. And then we could put farming up on this. How far along is this over here? We've got 113 out of 100. I know over time, that forest will deplete. And honestly, what we could do, we might as well have another woodcutter. If we're looking to really expand quickly, let's start taking, because eventually this is going to be city in here, obviously. But let's start now and start gathering the resources that we need. So we're going to have this be a woodcutter. It's already next to that. We'll put another sawmill right here. So eventually these things are going to move, but now we have wood coming from here, wood coming from there. We're just going to increase the rate at which we can expand here. We're already learning and growing and thriving. I love it. We build this guy. Beautiful. Go ahead and get that thing set up. My goodness, dude. Oh, it's like a little, they're putting on like plays. That looks like a lot of fun right there on the water. You get off of work, shucking some clams or cloisters or whatever the heck they were, and come over and enjoy yourself a nice bit of community over here. Dude, look at this weather. Even though it's a swampy, muddy, rainy mess, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's start working on clothing and farms and things. I'm gonna say we could probably start over here. It's a mountain slot. I think we're gonna need mining for that. Where would we put farming? I don't want to take up trees in case we need them. So we need marshland for the reed gather, and the hemp I think we can put anywhere. Ooh, it really got dark. Holy cow, okay. We're gonna be going with the reed gatherer. I'm gonna put him maybe like this. We're gonna wanna set up a soggy mire next to this. So we can kind of go like this. Should we just go long way and then we need 140 of these things. We'll go all the way to the edge of the map here. We're at 126, 128 out of 140. Bring this down here, 137. Are there 3 more we can get? We might as well. Let's just do these. Perfect. All right, so that's 140. So they're going to be using this to be able to get the materials that they need, and then we're going to need a shoe weaver that I'm assuming we're going to want this on land, so we can have this over here. It's going to be a high industry area. You've got a warehouse that you can put the supplies in, and you know, it's still fairly close to town. So we've got that going on. Then I'm saying we should probably get the tunics going as well. So we're going to have to put this somewhere. I'm going to put it here, and then we're going to be able to get some fields back behind it. We need 80. There we go. Okay, so that's our first little farm there. And then to be able to spin the tunics, we're going to have a tunic spinner, which we could honestly just put right next door. Perfect. All right, so industry over here, industry over here. City's gonna keep growing this way. Hopefully we're not spread too far. That's you want to start off small, but eventually you got to push everything to the outside. So I actually really like where we're currently at. Dude, this is just so magical at night. Look at this. We're just a little dot on the horizon. Wouldn't even know anybody lived here if you were out at sea. You can hardly see it. Oh, we got fog, but look at that. That's us right there. That's all that we own. Now, if we just do a quick gut check on our residences, let's see how we're looking here. Overall, people are very happy. Our food is good. We've got a perfect supply. We're over 200%. Our public service is good. And it looks like our fashion is going up. We're getting shoes to people. We're getting tunics to people. It's going to take a little bit longer. The shoes are already happening. Are the tunics... Do we have some... Yep, we're working on this right now. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Beautiful. Okay. So at this point, if we check... I think pretty much all of these houses are in great shape, right? Yeah, everything's looking good so far. So we're going to be able to upgrade our residents as we fulfill this need down here. As soon as that's done, and then we're going to be able to get further technology and keep working our way forward and keep developing as a nation here. So things are looking good. I actually feel like we did a really good job with this so far. So we can upgrade right now. So I'm going to say let's take the first one that we placed down here. We can upgrade. Ooh, choose your path. Romano Celts are focused on economy and research. Mercadors and nobles live in larger cities and reshape the environment to their advantage by draining marshes and building aqueducts. Or Celts venerate local gods and nature. Your smiths and aldermen live in small communities and gather and produce the wetlands forest that surround them. So we can get knowledge, special unlocks of brooches, bird tongues, and aspic and hand mirrors. And it looks like you can export these things to be able to make money. We get belief as a boosted attribute, cheese, cloaks, and chariots. I mean, we're coming into their land. I say we choose Celtic. Ooh. I'm going to do half of our residences to the upgraded, and I hope we're going to have enough people to be able to do everything. We'll see. But look at that. As the sun rises, we can see these tiny little huts we started in. We've now got much bigger, nicer buildings here. So we've got smiths as our level 2 who are going to be able to produce cheese as well as beer. For cheese, we're going to need an ox farm, and then we're going to be able to do a dairy. So I'm going to say this makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we're going to be able to do an ox farm out here. Let's extend this road to said ox farm, and then we need an ox pasture. We need 5 of these. So I'm going to put 5 around it like this. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got 5 pastures all next to it. Are we going to be able to build this? Oh, we need... Shoot, there's a new building material. These upgraded buildings need this. So we're going to do another reed gatherer right here. It's going to be all reeds. 140 out of 140. Beautiful. So this is a giant reed situation. This is doing our shoes that we were making earlier. And now this one, we're going to be able to get more reeds. And we're going to start working on... We're going to put a laborer's yard right next to the shoes. And then from there, we're going to have a mud dryer, which we're going to have to put out here, which we could even kind of do like this. Bam. Look at that. And somehow we had the perfect location for that. We're going to be able to start processing mud. And then from there, I think we're going to be able to get these. We've also got beer, which is going to be a barley farm, a malt house, and a brewery. So we can start getting to work on this. We know we have a farm out here. So I'm going to put another farm right here. We're going to set up the barley back behind it. I don't want to go too crazy close to the water because I feel like you can get yourself in trouble, but we'll see. 109 out of 120. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got a barley farm. Are we going to be able to build this yet, or do we also need... We need those basket things. So we've got 2 more production chains lined up. We just need these wattle and daubs, which is... This guy right here, which we are currently doing. You're bringing mud in from the mud pit. You're bringing the cattails in from this over here. They're both coming here, and it's making this wattle and daub, which is what we need for these future buildings. And it looks like currently we're okay. We did, because we upgraded these, and we now have a bunch of blacksmiths, we might want to do some more basic people, especially since we have the space for it right now. So I'm going to build some more waiter residences because we are getting a little bit close to running out. You always want to make sure that you've got enough people on hand. So we'll move all these guys, nearly mess that up. Get another waiter residence right here. You can see right now we've got 5 waiters available on the island. So we don't want to run out. Now it's going to be going up since we've got more houses. And we've got 8 smiths, but that's because no smiths are currently working. And we have 8 houses that we upgraded. We'll build another road here. And bring that back around. Beautiful. Dude, look at this community that we've got going on here. And then if we took one of these and we upgraded it on the other side to a Romanized residence, then we're going to have more production chains. So we could kind of build a city where one half is like the more traditional and, probably focus on that, but then also have like a little segment of the city that's, a little bit more culturally advanced, a little bit more Romanized, and kind of have that to add to it, you know what I mean? So I think, yes, we just got our first wattle and daub. We can build this right now. Perfect. The other one was going to take a few more, so we'll at least get this thing started. So let me see from our smiths. We're doing beer, so we need this. The barley farm is currently going. We're going to need a malt house after that. I'm going to put a malt house right here. That's going to take more wattle and daub, isn't it? Of course it is. Let's make sure that these roads are connected here. And then after that, we're going to be able to get a brewery, which we could put next to there. And we're going to have a little brewery in town. But again, we're probably going to need more wattle and daub. So we really need that wattle and daub to hurry up. Should probably really focus on getting one of these things going. This one's going to cost... Oh, we just got another one. Perfect. Okay. So these are a little bit slower, but that's fine. So we're going to build the malt house. The malt house is going to take that barley and start working on it over here. Dude, all of the little details and stuff. Look at this. We've got like this little agriculture area over here, and then you've got the main town people, and then you've got like the dirty swampland over here. I love what we've got going on so far. But yeah, they're going to take that. They're going to take care of it at the malt house, and then it's going to move to the brewery, which as long as we get 2 of these, we're going to be able to build that. Got a little bit of a fire risk. Don't really love that, but it's okay. And then I say we bring a little road around here just to kind of keep things connected. We really are building a thriving settlement on a nearly impossible island, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So we need malt, but we also need charcoal, which means we're gonna have to set up a charcoal setup, which is probably a pretty nasty business. We're gonna put this over here on the outskirts of town. This needs forest area, which we've got quite a bit of, so we are gonna be using the forest there. It's gonna produce charcoal. This is going to be using everything that comes through this production chain, and then that's going to be able to use these 2. We're going to end up with malt and charcoal to be able to produce beer, and then that's something we can send off on our ships to be able to make some money. So we're kind of entering a much more difficult, much more technical production chain here, but that's exactly what we want over time. Bam, there it is. All right, an ox farm, baby. Gotta love that. And we are currently -1 on the waiter's workforce, which means we want to build some more houses, and that's fine because we've got plenty of those to go around. So let's just keep expanding up into the mountain here.
Bay City is unhealthy. Ideal conditions for plague.
Oh gosh, we need more shoes? Is that the thing? Health is dropping. This is not good. Ideal situations for plague. I don't like this. Is it because of the animals? From needs and from area effects and specialists. I think the ox, you know, obviously anytime you're tending to animals, that can give you issues. Our balance is going down. We're starting to get, you know, closer to even. We're starting to make some money here. Our income is going up. Our population, island knowledge. We're at negative knowledge because of beer. Is the beer hurting it or helping it? We don't have any beer yet, but we should get there. I do think we made a mistake. Hold on. So let's build a road out here, and then let's move. I'm going to move the charcoal and the brewery out there just so that we aren't as connected to everything. We don't want those like in next to all the buildings and everything because that increases our fire risk. Our fire safety has already gone down. Eventually we can get some like, you know, firemen and stuff like that to take care of it. But then that way they're kind of a little more removed. It's saying that we're at a -13 per minute knowledge. So we're getting stupider by the minute because of food, because of beer. Do I just not produce beer? Is that not something like can we pause this for a minute? I'm gonna halt production. Is that gonna stop our knowledge from going down? Like, are we just drinking ourselves into a stupor, or what's the plan here, guys? I want to check. Okay, this is crazy, dude. It's just so... You can see all of your production, raw materials, goods, intermediate goods. You've also got your governance, so you can see your income, your happiness. You can see everybody who's happy and not happy. So overall, happiness is great right now. Health could be better. Looks like eel grabber effects and specialists, malt house. So the eel grabbers are hurting our health the most. We're going to need to get some sort of a hospital or something eventually. Fire safety, waiter residences are the biggest culprit of that, but also our malt house, our spinner. It's saying that we box these things. Okay, this is interesting, so we got to be careful about that. That's good to know for the next time that we play. We box those things in way too much, and they don't have enough space to cultivate anymore. So I'm going to bring this out. You can see here, not enough cultivation area. So what we could do is move these guys. We could turn that into more fields or something, I guess. But if we move these guys over here, that should give them some more space to be able to work. Now this guy can work there, these guys can all work here, and everyone can be happy. I'm just gonna produce the beer, dude. Whatever. We need money. If it's, you know, making people dropping our knowledge and whatever else, that is what it is. So we just got to keep on going. Can we? Where are we at in terms of being able to upgrade? We need household. Either drinking horns or clan shields. If we get more smiths, we're going to be able to upgrade the next level. So I say we just keep going for it. Let's just keep upgrading these smiths.
And the chance of an incident with it. Build institutions to better deal with such incidents.
Okay, sounds good to me. So we're going to be low on these now. So what I'm going to do... We got to hurry up, dude. I don't like that we're on the shot clock here. Going to build 5 more of those. Beautiful. So we should be good on population overall.
You need a villa, Are, essential in demonstrating your control of an island.
A villa? I don't mind that. Ooh, military buildings? We're to be able to build barracks, wooden palisades, gates, archer towers, weapons, fire safety, custodes, Medici. I'm going to do fire safety, but we can't do that yet because we need tiles. So we've upgraded yet again here. Let's set our villa.
Safer to place your villa as far from the coast as possible, Are, should you wish to avoid raiding barbarians.
I'm going to put my villa up here overlooking the city. Beautiful. What are we going to be able to... Can we build that? No, we need those tiles. To be able to get these tiles, we're going to need a mud dryer and a tiler, which technically we already have a mud dryer, right? I'm going to build a second one, though, just so we can keep production going.
In one of your cities.
We've got 6 minutes left, and then we're going to have to build a tiler, which we're going to put over here next to everything else. Beautiful. Okay, so we are still low on the waiters workforce. We've got 100 smiths and 50 waiters in town. We're going to get more waiters. I think we might need... We might need to start producing more food as well. I'm going to do another eel setup out here, and then I say we do another one of these down here. Perfect. And then we can build a little road to it. Smiths we've got plenty of. You can't forget about the commoners. You know what I mean? That's what society's built on. Going to build plenty more places for people to move in here. Dude, this is crazy. There we go. We're starting to have our waiters workforce increase. I think we are going to need a bunch more houses though. So we could start to branch out a little bit. Maybe we do a second row down this way. We're just gonna go for it, baby. Let's just build a bunch of these. We've already got a road there, not taking too much of the forest. And honestly, it's kind of cool to really see this start to branch out. We went more grid style. I do think I like the curvy chaos. So in our full series, we'll probably focus a little bit more on that, even if it's less efficient. But yeah, okay, so that should give people plenty of space to work. We've got more food and things coming in. We should be all right. So we need more mud, and then we're going to use mud and charcoal to be able to make these tiles. So we honestly probably could do another charcoal setup. You need trees. We're going to set up charcoal just off the back side of this, and then we could get some wood or some roads connecting this here. So we'll have the mud coming from over here, the charcoal coming from right here, and then this can start making those tiles, which means we're going to be able to build our villa up on the hill to overlook all of our peons. We can also get a recreation ground. We can get a phantom, whatever that is. So I'm going to start. These are huge. Okay, I'm going to set this up over here. So we're going to build our city around all of this. So recreation ground is traditional. Multi-eventing is a great opportunity for strapping young Celts to prove their mettle. And then we've also got a phantom, which is a syncretic religious structure of the provinces. We're going to be able to put those two together there. Are we going to need... Oh.
So, whether your first steps led
Dang
you to
it!
the sun-soaked shores of Latium or the misty wilds of Albion, your rule has begun. You've chosen your path, guided by Roman discipline or shaped by a new respect for
I
the
love that you can
unfamiliar.
choose that.
But for now, Governor, your journey pauses. Your people await your return, and on November 13th, 2025, your story continues
Dude,
in
look,
Anno
imagine.
117, Pax Romana.
When we're building the Colosseum and stuff, are you kidding me? Imagine what our city looks like that. November 13th, baby. I can't wait. So, yeah, there you guys have it. That, my friends, is the demo for Anno 117. Like I said, you are limited to that hour. You can replay it as many times as you want. It's just as soon as an hour hits, it's cut off. So, that was fun. Nice little preview of the game. If you guys want to check out the demo for yourselves, it's free until September 16th. Top link down in the description to go check it out. Give the game a wish list. Give it a pre-order. And I'm definitely going to see you guys on November 13th. Thank you so much to Ubisoft for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much to you guys for being here. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.